Hey everyone, got the banjo in G tuning here. We're in Sally Ann Johnson mode, which has that nice climbing melody, and we'll try to play it on the for high strings a little higher. We might simplify it for a little more backup approach too. It's so if we just kind of to start out, just getting warmed up, let's just do a little 5th fret and a brush and a 7 and a brush and 9. That's going to be our first little climbing phrase, playing the melody up high. You could also do it on the 3rd string. So we could always stay lower and make it, if the fiddle's up high, so you might want to go low sometime. So right now let's just go 7, a 5, 7, 9. Okay, just doing that right there. And let me turn the page here just to look at something here for a second. Make sure I'm getting on the right, if I can get my page to turn. There we go. So just going up. So that's what's going to be our first phrase. 5, brush, 7, 7, and then, 9 and 7. Do it one more time. 5, 7, 9, 7. And the 5th string after it, 7th fret. And we're going to have a little, to get the melody the fiddle does, we're going to have a little hammer on the, I'm borrowing the 2nd and 1st string on the 5th fret and do a hammer from 5 to 7 on that 2nd string, keeping the bar on both strings. And you're going to get into dropping your thumb, keeping that 7 that you hammer down, and hammer the 1st string 5, 7, 5, 5. I'll drop thumbs. I'll do the whole thing. We'll work on that a little bit. That's the hardest. The first part's got a little bit of harder stuff, and the second part's going to be a little easier, I think. So 5, brush, 7, brush, 9, brush, 7, and the 5th string after, and then you're going to have bar 5, your 2nd string hammer from 5 to 7, keeping a bar across 2 strings. Then you're going to go keep the 7 down, do the 1st string 5th with the index, and your thumb drops to the 2nd. 1st string hammer 5, 7, and then you're back to the bar 5, and you're doing the 1st string index, the drop thumb, right? Then you're going to have open, drop thumb again, open 1st string, 1st fret 2nd, and you cross over to that 2nd, 3rd string doing the same thing. Open, open, then a little pull off 2, open on the 3rd string, pull off, and a slide, 2, 4 on the 4th, and the 3rd string. So let me just do that slow a couple more times. So that's the hardest part of the whole song, almost the first part. I'll do that again a little slower. And that'll take a little practice. What you could also do is, well, let's see. If you had that lick, you could just go. Simplify that lick a little bit, which kind of comes into the 2nd part lick there. Let's go ahead and look at the next phrase, though. It's going to be almost the same, but it gets in a little finagling here, but I love the finagling part of the banjo, and usually you can work hard to figure something out. They say, well, I'll do a lot less, but I would like to know how to get all the notes sometimes. So starts the same way. This time I'm going to go down to the 1st string. It's a different way to get this 2-4 hammer on the 1st string. 2-4 hammer. Then we're going to have the 5th string and the 1st string 9th fret, and the 5th string open again, and the 7th fret, and the 5th string again, and then you're going to go out 1st finger down, doing it this way, getting this 2nd fret 1st string, a drop thumb to the 3rd fret, and a slide. So you could do it with hammers, but I'm going to do it the 1st finger, 2nd fret, drop thumb to that 3rd fret, and slide back. Okay, and then from there we just have. So let me just do those 2 licks together. That's the hardest part of the whole song, but it'd be fun to work on. Play it kind of nice and slow. Fiddlers will go faster, so that's where you come into streamlining and doing a lot less. But so here's those 2, the A part, and Martha usually plays just 1 time through, but some fiddlers might do it twice. So 1, 2, first part, 5, 7. I'll do that one more time, a little slower. 1, 2, first part. That's very pretty, and it's a little trickier to play that fast, but if you get it slow, I think a lot of people, they try to play things too fast at the start. If you can slow it down pretty good, play at a nice moderate clip, you'll be surprised how it's not that hard to speed up a little bit. Do it slowly though, is the key to speeding up. The second part now, the banjo, the fiddle gets into a lot of similar territory over and over and does it about, so I'll just do kind of, it's really working that third string. We'll slide that, you can slide from 3 to 4 or 2 to 4. So let's just do that. It's going to do that a lot. So slide from 3 to 4 on the third string, your tuning checkpoint, and a brush, and open. So let's just do that a few times. So that's going to start the second part. Then we're going to slide and open, and do a little pull off on the third string to open and get that low 2 on the bass string. So that's going to be our first phrase with that. Okay, and then we're going to slide back to. It's really that second string note coming up after that. So let's do that first phrase one more time on the second part. 1, 2, here I go. Open and 2, pull off the 2 low. And then we're going to have that second string. Let's just hit that second string, and we're going to have a nice phrase. It's going to come back a bunch. We're going to go to that first, that bar 5 again on the first 2 strings and do a drop thumb. Okay, then you have the drop thumb from open first string to the first fret second, and the same. So that's like we did at the end of the first part. So let's just do that much. So 1, 2, first time through the B part. Make sure I got my timing right. 1, 3, and 4. So you got to wait for that 1, 2. Okay, so let's do that again. Then we're going to just do variations of that, basically for the rest of the time. So the fiddler sometimes really gets in some really bluesy stuff, and you can copy the fiddler. Right now we're going to kind of keep it a little less bluesy, but do some syncopation. So here we go. The first time. Goes a little faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This time it goes a little more back and forth. So variations on that first thing. Instead of slow moving, it has that back and forth from 2 to 3 twice, and a slide. So a little different there. I'll do that a few times. That's the second phrase. I'm leaving out that little G note coming up at the end because I'm just going to do the same thing back to that same. So that second string, wait. So that's half, that's one time through the B part, and you do it twice, and it will do some variations. So let's just do that much, what I just did. So slow moving and a little more movement. 1, 2, the second part, slide, open. Pull off twice. 1, 2, bar 5. Wait, more notes. Same phrase. Not too bad. Then the third time, really Arthur Smith does all kind of crazy bluesy syncopations, long notes and sliding notes. Here we'll try something similar. So it's like a back and forth. The way 1 and 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'd probably do that as a hammer. Open. So I'm getting it there. So hammer, wait, open, pull off 2 open, and we'll do a slide and a kick. So that's going to be the trickiest phrase, but sort of the same notes, but it's going. It's a third time around, third line. So I'll count it 1 and 2, 3, hammer, wait, boom. Get a little better. Sometimes I imagine like a big cymbal crash or a big bass drum helping me, boom, with the timing. So I don't know if that'll help you, but might get an actual bass player to help you, or a big bass drum player. So I'll do that a few more times to see if I can get it. Boom. And then we have, and actually I'm just noticing the phrase, the little tag phrase is a little different. This is cool. It goes. So it's a pull off on the first string to open, and a pull off 2 to open. And then the same thing. So let me try those 3 phrases. Then we got one more phrase, and we'll have the whole beat part. So, but again, you can do a lot of your own thing on this. You can really vary this a lot. You kind of get the basic, the first phrase, and then vary it. A little more notes, a little less notes, a little more slide, a little less slide. So what would Sally Ann Johnson do? I don't know. So here's what I got so far in the beat part, those 3 phrases, and we have one more phrase we'll add, which is easier. So, and comes back to that same little tag. So you get to the same tag note every time, except the third time is a little different. And what you can do, of course, in any of these, just practice that tag phrase, the different one. That's coming in on the third beat. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a good way to practice, just kind of make sure you get the count right where it's coming in. So here's that, the 3 phrases, and I'm going to go ahead and play the last phrase too. I think I'll go ahead and play it for you now so you'll know what's coming. It's just going to be it's just the second and third string. So it's just that, and it goes. Here's all 4 phrases to be part there. 1, 2, here I go.